Hey, how's it going, guys? A couple of things have gotten into my hands this month. One you undoubtedly know about, and one you don't. So, what this is going to do is I'm going to try to give my thoughts on two devices in one video. It's going to be a strange one, but I don't know. Let's get into it. So, this month, like I just said, a couple things have entered into my possession. Let's talk about the thing I'm most excited about first. This is the Oculus Quest 2. A standalone VR headset that has set me back a little bit. Not as much as the phone did, but still a pretty good amount. So the reason that I have that is I used to play PlayStation VR, PSVR. That is until my PlayStation had started overheating and is no longer working. So now that is of no use to me until I can either get a new PlayStation or just, I don't know, I guess I give it to somebody who doesn't already have one, I guess. I don't know. It may or may not be of use to me anymore. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But the Quest 2 is amazing. The fact that you not only don't have to be tethered to a console by any wires or anything other than maybe, I don't know, if you charge it while you play, then I guess technically it's not wireless then, but anyway. That's cool. So, it has 4 cameras on the front that track the new touch controllers that are right here. And these rings that are around the controllers are what gets tracked by the cameras. Using the same technology, but a little bit different than the PlayStation VR, because instead of the PSVR's lights on the headset and on the Move controllers that are tracked by the cameras, I think it's infrared that is what lets it get tracked. Yeah, it's infrared. Because there's something that the PlayStation VR does well that the Oculus Quest 2 is pretty much the opposite effect of. So, with PlayStation VR, you can play in a pretty dark room because, as mentioned before, the lights on the headset and the controllers are being tracked by camera. So, you want to use less light as possible when playing that. But the difference with the Quest 2 is you want as much light as possible. So if you wanted to play in a dark room, you pretty much could not. You'd have to have some sort of light somewhere, but yeah. So a cool thing about it is you can set what's called a guardian, which is you draw your own boundary around it. You draw your own playing area, pretty much. You can draw as big as maybe 10 by 10 feet. I actually don't know what the max limit is for that, but I know the minimum is at least 6 by 6 feet or something like that. But any standard size room should work if you, I guess I don't know what a standard size room would be. I don't know what standard size for like a house or an apartment is. Anyway, what I find good, what I find that works for me is just pretty much drawing the boundary around my entire room, including my bed that's behind me and my dresser that's right in front of me. Like, it's pretty. I'm gonna be personally running into a lot of things playing, but I guess I don't know. That doesn't really matter all too much. But yeah, the final thoughts on the Quest 2 is, yeah, it's amazing. And now, I guess, I don't know, probably what some of you have been wanting to see is, or hear, is probably my thoughts on the 12 Pro Max since I unboxed it, which I was going to probably make that video a week later, but I decided to instead push it 2 weeks later, and then just ended up pushing it back 2 more days. But it's a great phone. It's a great size for me in terms of screen. 6.7-inch screen, but it's too big for my hands. My hands are small. Like, well, they're not like small, but they're not big either. Holding it is kind of hard to do. You gotta do like hand movements to reach some of the buttons and stuff, and like getting into the phone, going home and all that is kind of a challenge, but I guess, I don't know, use 2 hands to cheat, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know. But yeah, it's a pretty nice screen. It's, you know, I haven't upgraded my phone in a couple years. I used to use the iPhone XR, and that had a good screen on it already. I mean, I don't know if it was the perfect size for me, but it was a good phone, and I loved it. But this is so much better. In comparison to what I had on the XR, I had one, I think it was a 12 megapixel, one 12 megapixel camera. And on this thing, I have 4. 3 on the back, and then the selfie camera up front here is also 12 megapixels. So it takes really good photos. It takes really good photos, front or back. Video calls on it are good. Video recording quality is good. It's got 1080p 30, 4K 30, and I think 4K 60, which is, yeah, it just like the XR. Also records in 4K. But the difference is, I think the 12 Pro Max can actually view the 4K. I'm not actually sure, but final thoughts on that. I love it. And I guess until something really good comes out within the next few iterations of the iPhone, I'm probably not going to change it up. But if I do get my hands on some older phones that I still want to try out, I will do some videos on those, I guess. I don't know. But I guess if you like this weird type of 2 review thought videos in one, I guess, then just, I don't know, drop a like, subscribe, do whatever. Next video is probably going to be another episode of The Silent Age. That seems to be doing pretty well. Like, the first few episodes have done amazing. And I'm glad I finally figured out something that people like to watch. I mean, I don't know if I'm actually gonna keep hitting it out the park with whatever I do, but I guess if I can find some cool games or whatever to play or something, or if you guys want to see me, I don't know, suffer, I guess, something, but I don't know. Yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys, I guess, in my next video. Bye.